What's up, everybody? It's Sean.
This is Alan.
And this is Inside the Square, the wrestling podcast, coming at you almost every week from sunny St. Mary's, California, Maryland. What's good, Big Daddy?
The Royal Rumble.
It was good?
Yeah, the Royal Rumble next year is going to be really good.
Who you got?
Cody Rhodes or The Rock?
I think The Rock is going to start making some noise in WWE again.
Yeah.
One, because the movie Black Adam did not do as well as he thought it would. And two, he probably just want to get some more love, some more attention. So I think he's going to be coming back in a big way. They're going to probably make some big splashes on the pay-per-views first, and try to sell the earth for him before he comes back for his big WrestleMania match with Roman Reigns.
Man, Roman Reigns, man. He's been a dominant champion so far.
Yeah, but, before we get to all that stuff, there's been a lot of shaking and moving lately. Biggest news last few weeks, Mandy Rose is fired.
Yeah.
From WWE. She lost her NXT championship to Roxanne Perez.
They should have done Cora Jade or something.
And then the next day, she was let go.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
It makes sense. She had some pictures from her OnlyFans account leak.
Yeah, we're not going to get into it. Not happening.
Well, we're not going to get into it because I haven't seen it. And two, I don't agree with them firing her over those OnlyFans pictures.
That makes no sense. She was a really good NXT Women's Champion. Really good.
Well, they're saying, from my understanding, it violated something within her contract. But at the same time, these are the same people that kept Matt Riddle, and Matt Riddle just
he won't stay out of trouble.
Not stay out of trouble. He can't stay off drugs. He just failed another urinalysis. His second one.
Now he's suspended for 8 weeks. That's not good.
Going to rehab. So it's like, and this is his second one.
Man.
And they haven't fired him. The Usos, those dudes have multiple DUIs.
But they're still tag team champions.
They haven't fired him. So I think it's a double standard. I think it's a little bit of a double standard here. I think Mandy Rose should not have been fired. I think she'll resurface soon enough in AEW or
Impact
Wrestling.
Yeah.
I just don't agree with how they did her.
Yeah.
She was a solid champ for a long time.
She defended it almost every day.
Well, not every day, but almost every week.
Almost every week, yeah.
And she was very consistent. And that kind of explains a lot why she was not at the pay-per-view, too.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
When you look at it, man, because they were angling to get that belt off of her and onto somebody who was super safe.
They should have done Cora Jade. Roxanne Perez was the wrong decision.
I like Roxanne Perez. I like, they showed her when she was a little kid back in 2012. Yeah, she was a kid in 2012. She looked like she was about
13.
She had to have been
13 or 12.
No, she had to have been 10 or 11 because she's only 22, 23 now.
She's 21.
Oh, so. God. She that was long. She was not even that old then.
No.
But
Roxanne Perez, she's going to be a boring champion. I already see it coming.
I don't know. I like her. I like her because Booker T kind of stuck his neck out and said, hey, this is one of the people I trained from the time she was 16 to now. And even on the last pay-per-view, he was, peacocking when she was, was going to win that match because he was just like, I know her parents. I know her. She's from Texas. I train her. And he said it with his whole chest. So I kind of took that in stride, and I was like, man, he's repping her hard. So when she won, this dude started crying. And I was like, Booker T. I realized, did some research, and I'm like, this dude did have a huge influence in her life. So he probably feels like a dad. I know I feel like that when my kids do anything that makes me proud. I was like, that's my kid. And that's how he feels. He pokes his chest out and says, hey, this one of my people.
After Roxanne Perez's title reign, it's going to be Cora Jade's time. In my opinion, it would.
Well, I think she's going to be champion for a little while. I think they need to have a stable champion, kind of like Mandy Rose was. Mandy Rose went out, performed. She wrestled anybody they put in front of her.
Yeah.
And she cut some decent promos. I was not a fan of her being champion for that long. Especially coming from one of the big brands. But I realized back, now that she's gone, she was not a bad champion. Awesome.
Like, the title reign she had was really good. They should have kept it up until next year.
Some hindsight 2020 type stuff, man. They should have had her keep the belt to next year. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Now, MJF is now the AEW champion, and he's feuding with Bryan Danielson.
That's going to be a really good feud.
I think it's going to be a good feud too. MJF, he wrestles he's a very technical wrestler. He's really good.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of times his mouth gets him where he's at better than his in-ring ability.
Yeah. It really happens when you face Ricky Starks.
Yeah. And I like his in-ring stuff, but I think Bryan Danielson, I think he's a better wrestler than him. Yeah. But I think MJF can carry. We'll see if he can carry this brand AEW for a while.
Maybe until 2024.
Well, they keep their belts. They keep the belt on their champions for a long time. They don't just, okay, you're the champion this week, you're the champion next week. It's not like the territories where you lose a belt and then the next weekend you get it back. The territories were notorious for that. For those who know what I'm talking about with the territories. Yeah. The territories, you could lose a belt on a Saturday, on Monday night, you get it back. Yeah. Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, Continental Championship Wrestling, AAW, UWF, and it's a lot of other ones I can go on and name. Mid-Texas, Mid-South. It's a lot of them. It was a lot of them, rather. Yeah. But the TV money and WWE kind of destroyed that. So you were left with WCW and WWE for the most part. Now we got, now it's a lot of different independent circuits. But to make a longer story short, I think that AEW does the right thing by keeping their champions. Yeah. I mean, what do you think?
It's actually a good thing that MJF is champion now. Like, that makes more sense.
It makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah. I want to give a quick shout out to Action Andretti beating Chris Jericho the other night. We have just a small connection. He's a Maryland Championship Wrestling guy. We just saw him last year.
Yeah. He was really good.
And in one of the mid-card matches, and we were like, man, this was incredible. And now he's all elite. So shout out to Maryland Championship Wrestling, MCW. What a great job that you guys put on, bringing shows all the way down to Southern Maryland where we live at, all the way up to Baltimore and Joppa, where y'all home headquartered out of. But shout out to Action Andretti, man. Great match with Chris Jericho. Kind of show what the future looks like. And I really enjoyed it. Switching gears real quick, going back to WWE and the Bloodline. Apparently they're going to be feuding with John Cena soon.
Bruh. And Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, man.
It might be a triple threat match next year.
Well, they're supposed to wrestle December 30th, from my understanding.
That's after Christmas.
Well, it's not next year, though. That's this year. That's just next week.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not necessarily next week.
It's like 2 weeks.
Kind of, sort of. But it's going to be pretty decent, man. I can't wait to see it.
Like, Sami Zayn's going to take the pin for Roman Reigns.
I think he will, too.
Yeah.
I think he will, too, because that dude is all in. I like the way, he carries that he carries a lot of stuff with that group. Yeah. He's the comic relief. He's like the funny guy.
Sami Zayn needs a push.
I don't know if they probably feel comfortable giving him or letting him hold that heavyweight championship, or one of them,
or the tag team championships.
I agree with that. The dude is a really accomplished wrestler. We've always said this. Look back at
Sami Zayn is so underrated.
Yeah, looking back at some of our other podcasts, and we even point out, hey, look, this guy was the NXT champion, heavyweight champion.
And 3-time Intercontinental champion.
Yeah, he's held some goal, and they trusted him to do it.
Yeah.
And he goes out and delivers. Look at some of the matches he's had with Kevin Owens. Look at some of the other matches he had with even Braun Strowman.
Or Neville or Pac or something you want to call it.
Yeah, he is incredible.
Yeah.
He's a really good talker, really good promos, and he's a great in-ring performer. I just don't know if they're going to trust him enough to hold one of those belts. But right now, he's at his zenith. He's really popular.
Is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to beat the Usos next year?
I think that's the way they're teasing it.
Yeah.
I really do.
But the Usos' title reign's been pretty good.
It's been
year.
excellent, actually, man.
Yeah. Their title reign's a 10 out of 10.
I don't know about 10 out of 10. They've had some. They put on some great matches.
Yeah.
Like even with the New Day, that last match they had with New Day was a slobber knocker.
It was really liked good. It. You thought New Day was gonna win.
I thought they should have won. They kind of out wrestled them.
They have to beat the record for New Day's record.
Yeah, they were trying to make them the most dominant tag team ever or some bullshit.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see them switch to New Day over to NXT and make them NXT tag team title champions.
Already.
But
that is so weird.
Well, now they've held every tag team belt in the company.
Triple Crown.
Wow. And they're the only ones that have held all three belts.
Yeah.
Because when the New Day came through, when they formulated New Day, they didn't have NXT.
No, it didn't.
So now they do, and now they've held all of them, which kind of gives them a certain weight too. Because I think they were getting overshadowed with the
tag team division.
The tag team division being heavily Uso.
Yeah.
And they can't lose the match. They can't lose the belts.
How did you like the New Day match versus Pretty Deadly match?
That was a very entertaining match. I give that a 9 out of 10. Very fun. It was really good.
But Pretty Deadly were pretty funny.
Pretty Deadly they're pretty good tag team champions.
Yeah. They should have kept it longer.
I think they should have kept it long too. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with that assessment. I think they should have kept it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
They're really fun to watch. And I didn't realize how funny they were.
Yeah.
They did the Eddie Guerrero thing when someone get hit with a belt and they toss the belt and they fall down.
Yeah.
But all them idiots fell down. The referee turned around and said, what the hell's going on?
It was not part of the script.
It was funny, man. I was like, this is really good.
Yeah.
And they all just went with it.
Yeah.
They all just went with it, man. Doing a little bit of switching gears a little bit. What do you think about Hook?
Hook is really good.
I think he's really good too. I think he has a lot of instant credibility because his dad is Taz.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And Hook is undefeated.
Dangerous. He's a dangerous wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm not saying dangerous like he works dangerous. He's really good.
Yeah.
Fun to watch. He's a crowd favorite. I think sooner or later they're going to have to put that belt on him, the big one.
What about against Samoa Joe?
I don't know, man. I like Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's he's the Ring of Honor
TV champion, and he's the TNT champion.
Yeah, he's really fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to wrestle Wardlow again, right?
Yeah, Wardlow
is what a monster he is.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
I think Samoa Joe's gonna retain.
I like Joe.
Yeah.
But
it's tough.
I think they should put the belt back on Wardlow, but Joe is so popular.
Yeah. They don't want him to lose that title.
He reminds me a lot of Taz when Taz was in ECW. Yeah. Taz was super popular. For those who don't know, he was their heavyweight champion for a while. He was just a special dude. I mean, there's no other way to explain it.
They should have pushed him.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that he broke his neck. As soon as he got to WWE, and that's why WWE never really pushed him and made him an announcer. Yeah, but he was a suplex machine. He was a submission machine. He was special. Paul Heyman knew it. He feuded with Bam Bam Bigelow and a bunch of other good. I mean, he had some great matches with Bam Bam Bigelow.
They were really good
and freaking incredible. And it's a shame that his career got cut short because his injury. But the dude was that guy, and I think a lot of people think his son Hook is going to be that guy. But Joe has like a similar run because he got WWE. He was an Impact champion. He got hurt, had those concussions.
Yeah,
got put on the shelf for a little while and came back to wrestle again. Got another concussion, got put back on the shelf. And then, they released him. Yeah. But that dude, they have very similar arcs, very great wrestlers. Submission machines, suplex machines. Joe has, his own signature move.
The Muscle Buster.
Muscle Buster. Taz.
That's a dangerous move.
Taz had his German suplexes. He had his own hold, the Taz mission, which is very similar to the Coquina Clutch. So it's, I don't know, man. It's really fun to watch, Joe. I don't know how much longer he can keep it up.
Until next year?
I don't know, man. That's why I say I don't know if Wardlow should put that belt back on Wardlow.
Or go against MJF.
That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because they both talk a lot of shit. I'd love to see it.
They would put the belt on Wardlow really quick.
Yeah. And speaking of putting the belts on somebody, what in the hell, NWA? Why would you give the belt to Tyrus? Why?
That makes sense.
How? Explain to me like I'm 5. I'm listening. Why?
He's a really good champion.
No, he's not.
He's double champ now.
Dude can barely move in the ring, man.
But Trevor Murdoch's pretty good.
Trevor Murdoch should have been the champion. He's a dude that grew up wanting to be the champion of NWA.
Yeah.
He does a lot of stuff. He had a lot of instant credit. Both of them have credibility. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Both of them have been in WWE. Both of them have been acolytes of NWA. But Murdoch is just he's a better wrestler.
Yeah.
At this stage in his career.
What about Matt Cardona or something?
Matt Cardona?
Yeah.
I liked him as champion. I do not like them putting the belt on Tyrus, man. I just think it's a bad idea.
It should have been Matt Cardona.
It should have either been Matt Cardona or Trevor Murdoch. Trevor Murdoch, I think, is the best NWA champion they've had.
What about Nick Aldis?
I think Nick Aldis is supposed to be going back overseas or something like that.
Yeah.
Nick Aldis is, he's champion, twice now?
Yeah, and he had it for a long time.
He had it forever in 2 days.
It was in 2 years.
It was a joke, Alan. Forever in 2 days. Or forever in a day. Which means it's a long time. God, come on, Gen Z. But it's weird, man, because Tyrus is I just don't know, man. Why put the belt on someone who doesn't really have a lot of ties in WA?
Oh, hold up. He has a fan base.
No, not like Murdoch. Not like Aldis.
Not Matt Cardona?
Matt Cardona's a popular wrestler, man.
Yeah. He might go back to WWE.
I think he might, too.
Yeah.
But
he might keep his name.
I just don't like that they put it on this mercenary ass dude who can't really move. He can't really move around the ring, man. He's really out of shape.
He reminds me of Brodus Clay.
It is Brodus Clay.
Yeah.
His character is basically Brodus Clay.
Yeah.
But even in his Brodus Clay, he wasn't a great athlete, man.
No, he wasn't.
And he's a terrible athlete now.
Yeah.
So why put the belt on this dude?
They need Nick Aldis or someone.
They need somebody more popular or just better in-ring acumen to have that belt. Because he's not it. He's not it. He ain't it, Chief. He ain't it.
No, he ain't.
He's not it. Let's real quick, let's switch gears to the women's divisions. Jade Cargill, she's still champ.
For a long time.
She might die with the belt on. I know where they're going. What more can you say about Jade Cargill? She's incredible.
She's really amazing.
Really amazing.
But she's still dangerous in the ring, but she's learning.
She is not. She's a little bit more polished now. So we watch her wrestle in real time.
Yeah.
She's not Bianca Belair yet. Bianca Belair,
but close.
No. Bianca Belair is way more skilled than she is in the ring. Way more skilled. She can do way more things. She's probably a better talker. Yeah. But we talked about this yesterday. They can't really change Bianca Belair out to be a heel.
It would not work.
It wouldn't work. It's just I don't know how they would do it or how much time it would take for them to do it. But right now, she has a solid face. She's a solid face. She goes somewhere and they know her.
And she has to go against Alexa Bliss now.
Even when they went to Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, those people went crazy, man. And I'm like,
they really like her.
They didn't have that kind of response for some of these other women wrestlers.
Yeah.
And it's even when she's in generic place USA, she gets a pop.
Yeah.
I tell you, I said, listen to the pop. And you were like, oh, my God. It's true. She's that girl.
Like, she had that title for a long time.
I think instead of the bloodline thing, I think they should have put her as an undisputed women's champion.
Yeah.
Because she's that girl, man.
She has to go against Ronda Rousey or someone.
That's interesting, too. I like Ronda Rousey. I like her little villain arc. You know, I knew, I was like, she's going to turn heel.
And I saw it coming.
We both saw it coming. I was like, she's going to turn heel.
Yeah.
And she turned heel pretty well, you know, and she has her sidekick.
Shayna Baszler.
The Queen of Spades, man. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Let me preface it by saying that.
They need to push Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler's awesome, man.
Yeah.
She is great heel
like
material.
Should she go against Bianca Belair? Tough one.
I think they should. Because, you know, Bianca Belair never beat her in
NXT.
In NXT.
Yeah.
And Bianca Belair never had a title in NXT. Mm-mm. It was Shayna Baszler. She was twice the champion of NXT.
And she had it longer.
She had longer than anybody.
Yeah.
She's great, man. It's just that she don't get the necessary push while she's in the big brand because so many. The women division in the NWA. I mean
WWE.
I know, Alan. I was trying to correct myself. Thank you. And WWE is so stacked, it's going to be hard for her to get that pop.
Yeah. They should have done it at WrestleMania next year.
I'm not sure. But it's going to be interesting, man. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Can't wait to see John Cena come back. You know, any other final thoughts, Alan?
Roman Reigns, you need to lose that title next year.
Alan completes his heel turn. He's now a heel, guys. All right. Next time, I'll see you down the road. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.